colors that fly high and proud, the red, the white, the blue. The other one's got a rattlesnake with a simple statement made. Don't tread on me, is what it says, and I'll take that to my grave.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for coming here for coffee time, coffee talk with Mac. I appreciate everybody tuning in and joining me for a cup of coffee. Okay, so today's discussion is over a nice cup of coffee. And today's coffee is Peets. Okay, what I like about Peets is a good medium roast. This one's a medium roast. It's called Cafe Domingo. Mm, that's pretty good. And Pete's was founded by a guy named Pete. That's his last name, Peet. And in Berkeley, California, he opened up a coffee shop. Decided to buy his own gourmet beans in 1966 and roasted his coffee. Now, what I like about this coffee is that it has the sell-by date and has the roasted date. So it gives it a date when the beans were roasted. The problem with commercial coffee that you buy in supermarkets is that it could have been roasted last year. And the coffee bean itself, the raw coffee bean, has a long shelf life until you roast it. Once you roast that bean, then it's a short life. And the best tasting coffee is coffee that is brewed shortly after roasting. That's why it's actually really good to go to a coffee house that they have their beans in the back and they're roasting their beans. And you ask them when you step up to the counter, when was the coffee that I'm going to order? When was it roasted? And usually the coffee house I go to, it's called the Stagecoach Cafe in Cooperstown, New York. They roast their own beans right there in the back. You're buying coffee that's been roasted within 7 days, which is excellent. And it's a great coffee house, and I recommend it. If you're in the Cooperstown area, stop by the Stagecoach Cafe and drink some excellent coffee and really patronize the small mom and pop shops up in Otsego County, New York, especially around Cooperstown and Cherry Valley, New York. So, but today's coffee, Pete's Coffee, I'll put the link. Don't forget at the end of this video, hit the subscribe button, share the video, hit the like, and comment, and follow the link for Pete's Coffee. So today's topic I want to talk about is, that's why I opened up with a part of an Alan Lewis song. I was actually watching golf, and for the first time, there was a player named Ben, I forgot his name, I forgot his last name. Anyway, he was a 12-year pro, and it was the first time he won. And he was so happy, and he had tears of joy at the 18th hole when he sank that putt, and he finally won a PGA event. And it got me thinking that many pro athletes get it. It's not just about being in the battle; it's about winning. Our country's always been about winning. We seem to have gotten off track where we accepted this mentality that everybody gets a participation trophy and it's okay not to win. Competition is good. Successful business people want to win. They want to win at their business and they want to beat out other businesses. Really successful athletes, the ones that stand out, are the ones that want to win. They want to get a hit every time at bat. Mickey Mantle once said every time at bat he was trying for a home run. Every time. Wasn't trying for a single or a double. He was trying for a home run every at bat. Unless, of course, he bumped it because he in his early career he had a lot of speed going down first baseline. But he said, I tried to hit a home run every at bat. Babe Ruth tried to hit a home run every at bat. The real top-notch people want to win. Michael Jordan wanted to sink that ball every time. Yeah, he wanted to win. Michael Jordan wanted the ball. He wanted to be the last person to touch the ball, sink that basket, win the game. Mariano Rivera, Mariano Rivera wanted that ball at the end of the game, and he failed a couple of times, but he let the failure bother him. It just made him a stronger person where he wanted to go out and really win. He wanted to dominate. Derek Jeter wanted to win every time he went out. So there are people who are winners and they want to win, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to win. Where do we get off on this? When did we start this whole notion that it's wrong for somebody, even in high school? Listen, they want to win. You're going to begrudge a high school player who goes out and trains, and you're going to say that it's bad for him to have a winning mentality? No, it's not. The guys want to win. And winning is not just an American thing. We seem to have taken it to another level. But Shakespeare in Hamlet talks about win. I think it was Polonius giving his farewell speech, and he's giving advice. And part of his advice was neither borrow nor lender be, to thine own self be true. But also in that long list of advice was be wary of a quarrel, but once in a quarrel, make your opponent wary of you. That means once you're in a fight, win. Okay? You want to be in it to win it. So this whole idea of winning is not wrong. I think we're setting the next generation up. We're creating a soft generation. We're allowing people to compete in sports that want to win with special accommodations. We're reprimanding coaches for giving a winning mentality. Listen, Einstein wanted to win, okay? He dreamt about his theory of light and time and space ever since he was a kid. And he was going to win at all costs, even when the deck was stacked against him. Because you know why? He was going up against the greatest god of mathematics for the last 200 years, Isaac Newton. How dare he, disparage Isaac Newton's ideas and theories? How dare he? But he did, and he won. He proved that Newton was wrong, and he was right. And somebody's going to come along, maybe not my lifetime, but somebody will probably come along and maybe prove Einstein wrong. But that's the way it is. Bill Gates, started a business in his garage. Dropped out of college. All these successful business people, they lived in their cars. They were broke, and they wanted to win. They wanted to succeed, and they did what they had to do to win and succeed. So this whole notion that it's acceptable to not win is wrong. I mean, Vince Lombardi would never accept it, right? He would never accept a losing mentality on his team. The reason why the Packers won 5 championships in 7 years, and they were a dominant team of the 60s in the NFL before the Super Bowl, is because he had a winning attitude. And that winning attitude projected to his players. And he surrounded himself with players who wanted to win. And some of these players weren't the most skilled players at the time in the NFL, but together and collectively as a team, they were a better team because they played as a team. So it wasn't the statement attributed to Vince Lombardi? Winning's not the only thing. Winning is the only thing. Listen, you shouldn't get a trophy for being in second place, okay? This whole notion that people who are participating get trophies too, just because they're participating. I understand that Pee Wee football, Pee Wee baseball, Some parts of Little League, it's about training, it's about camaraderie, and it's about getting little kids acclimated to team sports, right? So maybe the emphasis on kids who are, 5 to 10 years old, maybe the emphasis is not on winning. Maybe it's about team play, participation, about uh, working together as a team, following instruction, which is very important, and coaching. But once you hit that 10-year-old level, that 11-year-old level, because you remember as guys, once you hit a certain age, you know, you progressed where you wanted to be the best at everything, right? You had sprints with your friends and you tried to beat them. You played ball with your friends. You tried to beat them all the time and they tried to beat you. And you had wrestling matches with your friends. You had boxing matches with your friends. Okay, you didn't take it personally. You tried to be the best. And every group of friends had the one guy who's the best. And sometimes that one guy was the best at everything. I had one of those friends. He was the best at everything. But the point is this: in the American culture, we have to win because there are so many who are trying to put us down, so many who are trying to keep us down. And this whole notion that winning is shameful, that it's bad to be successful. Now, this is also a segue into the financial world where we're trying to make people who are successful, we're trying to guilt them, trying to make them feel bad because they're wealthy, because they've done well for themselves. Now, this whole notion that, you know, people in the news, they're saying, well, the top 1%, they control 25% of the world, of the country's wealth. So they need to pay more taxes. Well, lo and behold, the top 1% pay over 40% of taxes collected in the country. The top 10% that control, 80% of the wealth in the country pay 90% of the taxes in the country. There's a large portion of our country that don't pay taxes or don't pay their fair share. Now, people are pushing this narrative to make people feel guilty about their wealth in order for maybe wealth distribution. But that's another story. So maybe that's why they're pushing this narrative. But people are wealthy because they work hard. Okay? They work hard. If Are there people who inherited wealth? Sure. And are there people who probably didn't work hard and people who got over on people? Absolutely. Because that's human nature. And that's not just the American way. That happens all over the world. Okay? That happens in China. That happens in Africa. That happens in Europe. There were people who are taking advantage of other people. But that's not the rule. That's the exception. The rule in America, why do we have approximately 15 to 20 million illegal aliens in the country? Why do we have people flocking? Why do we have millions of people on the waiting list to enter our country legally? And year after year. Why? Because the American dream. The American dream is about winning. It's about working hard and winning. Derek Jeter once said that they asked him, say, hey, listen, you're a veteran now. You won a few championships. How come you come to spring training? You're always in shape. You always seem like you're ready to go. And Derek Jeter said it's easier to stay in shape than to get in shape because he wanted to win all the time. And that's what it's about. And, so when I saw this young pro golfer, PGA professional, winning his first tournament in 12 years, and it brought tears to his eyes because he could have been satisfied. Listen, most PGA golf professionals make a living and never win. Because there's a money board that, you can win on a Sunday afternoon in the fourth round. You come in last, you can win $10,000. So there's a chance of making money without ever winning an event. But they're not satisfied with that because when you see these golfers win for the first time and it puts them on a trajectory to possibly win again, That's what it's about. It's about winning. When you see the best friends playing head to head against each other in golf, and you know they're best friends because when they're in their downtime they socialize and their wives are friends and their families are friends and they're very close. But you see them go head to head, they're not giving each other play. They're trying to beat each other. So when I used to play ball with my friends, I tried to win all the time. I didn't try to let my friends win. I tried to win all the time. And that's where you should be. Because listen, you can win and be grateful. You can be humble. You can be professional about it. You can win with a real good decorum, with a winning attitude, where you're gracious. Or you can win and you can be an idiot about it. You can be a dick about it. And we know those people too, and nobody likes them. But the idea to play a game, to play anything, and not want to win is pathetic because it's not our way. It's not the American way. You know, when I go out hunting, I'm trying to make the perfect kill shot in order for that deer, that buck, to die as soon as possible. I don't want that buck to suffer. So I'm not going to take it lightly and say, if I hit him in the back or I hit him in the leg, that's fine also. No. So I want the perfect shot. So if I'm playing sports, when I played roller hockey, I wasn't the best. My friends will tell you I wasn't the best, the most talented player out there, but I gave it my all. I was the first in the corner. I was the first throwing the body around because I knew what my role was. I knew what my level was, but I tried hard. I was the first pushing towards the net. And if somebody needed to be knocked on their ass, I was one of the first ones to do it also. So, and it was about winning. We didn't like coming in second place for the hockey. Now, the winning attitude also takes place in the police department as a cop. All the successful cops were winners. And they were winners because they wanted to win, because they went in. Number one, we didn't want to lose a confrontation, a physical confrontation. We were there to win. I wasn't there to lose anything. I had a friend who testified on the stand and cross-examined, and the defense attorney said, "Well, you hurt my client. You hit my client pretty hard." And my friend testified, said, "Yes. I'm not there to lose a fight. I'm there to win a fight. I hit him as hard as I can." And so we wanted to make the best collar. We wanted to do the best investigation. We wanted to make sure we won every hearing. We wanted to make sure we got every arrest indicted. We wanted to make sure we won every case. And real good cops, they took it personally if they lost a hearing or if they lost a case. I had an anti-crime team, and we went over legal bulletins all the time. At times, there were several times, and you can ask some of the members of my team, they will tell you because they were with me down in criminal court in Manhattan, where I schooled some of the younger ADAs on case law because they were willing to drop a case, gun cases, they were willing to drop because they didn't think it met probable cause, and we didn't have the right to chase somebody or follow somebody or stop somebody. And I was relentless. I presented them with case law and presented it to their supervisors. And, I convinced them, and we went ahead in several cases. We went ahead, after I got interfered and told them what I thought about the case. Because I wanted to win. And, even in the police department, all the cops who were active knew it was the 80-20 rule. All the cops who were active knew the cops who weren't. All the active cops saw each other down at the complaint room all the time, down in court all the time. But we were the ones that we thought we were the winners because we wanted to win. And you know what? If you were out there, you're making arrests. If you weren't out there to win each situation, to come out ahead, you were going to get hurt, or you're going to have your partner or somebody else get hurt. So winning is important. It's important in life. If you're raising a family, you want to be a winner. right? What do we call it? The breadwinner. But you want to be a winner if you're raising a family. If you're with friends, your friends like a winner. They don't like a loser. Okay? So your friends like a winner. If police world, you should be a winner because you come out ahead. That means you're coming out alive. It means you're signing out at the end of the day. And it means you probably limited yourself from possibility of getting hurt. Another example of winning, and believe it or not, it showed the perseverance and the intestinal fortitude of coming together and overcoming a situation and winning was 9/11. And just, they just showed the show on the History Channel, segments about 9/11. And that was about winning. Yes, that was a bad, dark day, but that united people. And the only thing that the common thread that everybody had in mind after 9/11 was winning, was winning. Going to battle and winning. Going on the street and winning. So you didn't have that losing attitude. I feel that losing attitude, that second place mentality, is pervasive in today's society, and it's wrong. We need to come out ahead. We need leaders. You know, the old westerns. Where is that cowboy riding tall in the saddle, coming into town, riding on a horse? Where is he? The guy who's going to show us the way. High Noon, Gary Cooper, winning. Okay, when everybody else didn't have his back, he was winning. Sergeant York, World War One, winning. Audie Murphy, World War Two, winning. We can go on and on. Jim Thorpe, all out against him. Okay, he lost his shoes in the Olympics. Borrowed one left shoe from somebody, one right shoe from somebody, and won gold medals. Winning. You know, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Bob Kawasaki, went broke, living in his car with his wife. Bankrupt. Winning. Okay, Bill Gates, winning. So we can go on and on. There are people out there in life who have struggled and who have persevered, and they didn't give up because of a winning attitude. We need to get that winning attitude back in our culture. It's important. It's important for the individual. It's important for the local people. It's important for the community. It's important for the state. It's important for the country. And us leading the way as Americans, it's important for the world. Okay, we shouldn't play second fiddle for everybody, for anybody. Okay, there was that beacon up on a hill, that light up on a hill. People strive to come here. We want people to come here. But you know why? Because we get the best. We get the best of the world coming here. And they want to be here. And they don't mind working hard. Okay? Because they know it's hard work that gets them through, and it makes a living. And it makes them successful. So we need to find, in our American culture, we need to find a winning attitude again. Okay? There's nothing wrong with winning. There's nothing wrong with being successful. Let's do away with this participation trophy mentality that's pervasive in society, and let's get on and win. Okay, so that's my little spiel for the day, and I hope everybody liked it. And if you didn't like it, comment below. If you agree, comment, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget, Peets Coffee. Okay, just keep winning. Keep the chin up. Keep the positive attitude. Keep the positive mentality. Because we have a lot to be grateful for. Okay? We need to get up every morning with gratitude and strive to win. Win each and every day. Win each minute. There's 1,440 minutes in a day. Okay? Win each minute. And you'll be very successful. Take care. Bye.